A concussion is not bleeding in the brain, it's not swelling of the brain. Concussion is a deep, significant bruise to the brain cells, and what we see as a result of that is the brain doesn't work normally. And so the brain loses some of its function. But unlike other parts of the body, the brain has so many jobs that when it doesn't work well, when it loses its function, it can present in a variety of different ways. You have to be aware of following in the first 12 to 24 hours what types of symptoms that your child has, and knowing whether your child's brain is working normally. Is that brain slowed down? Is that child affected by light? Do they have pounding headaches? Do they have problems with dizziness? Do they have any visual symptoms? Again, the symptom list is long. It's just your gut feeling as a parent of knowing, is my child acting right or not? And if not, it's best to assess these injuries in the first 12, 24, 48 hours. Number one myth is you have to have loss of consciousness. Still, the majority of the American population thinks you have to be knocked out. Less than 20% of concussions are knocked out. We're going to miss 80+% if we're still thinking everybody has to be knocked out. Myth number two, CAT scan and MRI is not helpful because it's looking for brain bleeds, not for concussion. Myth number three, these are all short-term, transient, 24, 48 hours, no long-term effects, blown out of the water in the last 5 years. There's definitely some long-term effects to concussion, and that's why the importance in that first few weeks of managing concussion appropriately is so important. Mental and physical rest is a very exciting new tool. The cocoon therapy, that's what kids really want to do anyway. That's what the brain feels like, is for the first 48, 72 hours, is put kids at rest, get them back to school gradually. Common scenario, kid goes back to school the next day, pounding headache by second period, significant headache, has to go home by lunchtime. No sense in that kid being at school. They're not going to do well anyway. Depending on the severity of the injury, we hold kids from periods of time of school. We hold them from loud noises, we keep them away from their computer games, we keep them away from loud videos and their iPods and their headphones. You think that that would be the end of life as you know it for most teenagers. Most teenagers actually thank us for it. That's what they want, that's what the brain wants in the first 48 or 72 hours, is total rest. They literally lay around for 16 or 18 hours a day the first few days, and there's some encouraging signs that's the best thing we can do for the brain.